Sideline of goal. Lakewood's doing it. They're gonna take. He's gonna bring down Burning. Alone with a double kill. Dropping fast. Final points there. He's still alive. Wait, second slide. He's got one side. He's got a second. He's taking it. They're all died on three. They're all dead.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Summit 2 by G2A.com. We're in the European Division, and we're in day number 12 now. And we finally made it to the last game of the day, a 6-game marathon. And we're looking to take it home now, and it's going to be finished off with Team Empire going against Power Rangers. Both teams look pretty strong in their performances earlier today. Bringing the actions, myself, Coddle Guy, and joining me remotely, but also I guess here in spirit and suited up and stiff as ever is going to be Mr. F4L. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, dude.
Excellent. Excellent. I can hear the smile when you speak right there. You're just so giddy.
Oh, it's because every time you say like I'm in a suit looking stiff as ever. And
I just
think
imagine that
about
you
how
also
the-
wearing the suit where you're coming from, just to
Yeah.
make sure you can like actually feel the classiness there. But
Yeah, I'm wearing the suit right now.
absolutely, a birthday suit, I'm sure. Let's go
Yeah.
ahead and we'll just jump right into the draft here for our final game of the day. And reminder, yep, Empire going toe-to-toe with Power Rangers. Now, you didn't get to be by my side for the first two Power Ranger matchups, but they looked really good. Even in game number 1, when they were going against Medusa and they were actually falling short, it was great decision-making where they decided to just kind of charge themselves down the mid lane, and they just quickly took 2 sets of racks behind their enemy's back. And from there, they just slowly sieged it home and eventually just was slippery as ever on the back of a Slark that just kind of took the shrine in the end. It was a very impressive play. And we already saw how Team Empire also looked very dominating. So I like this matchup. I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then so Secret, go ahead and pick up the first pick Wisp, which we saw last game. I'm the Legion Commander. So there's been a lot of talk, amongst a lot of players, if how good Legion Commander is, and if it's good or if it's not good. I personally think the hero is situationally good,
Okay.
so I don't really agree with like picking it right now. I think it has a lot of weaknesses that you can exploit. I think it's very good in offlane dual lanes or mid lane. I think this hero might be a mid hero because when you put it in the offlane, you're just delaying your blink.
Radiant
You're delaying
team
your
pick.
dual potential. But in the mid lane, you can farm a blink in pre-10 minutes with treads sometimes. And the hero actually excels greatly against melee heroes that go mid. So that's probably why they chose to pick it now. Probably put it against the mag. And maybe they just like the hero in general.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. In certain situations, it can work nicely. It can still combo very nicely with other
10
heroes that are
seconds
primary
remaining.
pickups. With the benefit of that heal and purge, can take a bit of
5
harassment,
seconds
but still keep on
remaining.
fighting. And plus, you can pass that on to a neighboring core ally who can benefit from it. So there's a lot of potential there for this hero. Teams are still kind of feeling her
Team
out.
Empire's
She's just a
turn to
recent
pick.
addition, of course, to Captain's Mode. So still trying to find a home as far as where it can really sit in there. But
Yeah.
for Team Empire, they get a hold of the precious Ogre Magi, which many teams are starting to really recognize, depending upon, mostly more often it's a support grab, but some teams have also been experimenting it as a core. Regardless of the hero's ridiculous. I mean, 7
Ogre's a
armor
good
off the
hero.
bat, 2.5 health regen. You can club it home, take plenty of damage
10
harassment, and really
seconds
be able to
remaining.
zone out any sort of offlaner. And then Magnus is the second
5
grab.
seconds remaining.
Don't need to say much more about him. He works fantastic and has a great
Reserve
ability with the
time.
Empower to buff up a core. Probably the reason why Power Rangers then decided to ban out the Phantom Assassin. Don't want to allow her to reap in the benefits from the Bloodlust as well as that Empower. So formidable ban right there. And Power Rangers move on. They get a hold of the Precious Bane. So another Bane picked up here. Another Wisp kind of a game. It's looking pretty standard from what we've seen already today.
And I like both the Legion Commander and the Bane pickup together with the Wisp because if you are able to get a duel or a Fiend's Grip on anyone on the map, the Wisp can relocate in the carry and you can find easy pickoffs. So these are definitely 2 spells that complement Wisp very well.
But I don't know if that's enough. We need the Wisp hero.
Oh
Whether
yeah,
that be
I'm sure we're
the,
gonna get the Wisp hero
Yeah,
next.
well, we're going to see a Tony We going to see a gyro. We going to see a Ursa. We going to see a, all these common
I would
combos.
say it's going to be a gyro or a tiny.
Gyro or a tiny. Fair enough. Fair enough. Tiny could benefit from the extra bit of attack speed as well that Legion Commander puts out there. That's not too shabby either. I wouldn't mind seeing that. And they also might need to consider a mid laner if indeed this is going to be an off lane Legion Commander. So we'll have to see. Other off laners that could be available if it's not going to be Legion still have
Tide.
Centaur, still surprisingly not banned
10
or picked up
seconds
by either
remaining.
team. Probably something Empire then personally could also look for.
Mhm.
They would have a
5
lot of
seconds
meatiness on their team
remaining.
though already with Ogre Magnus already available to them. So it's going to be interesting
Reserve
to see.
time.
But the counter back to Bane, a Shadow Demon. Either team could also get a hold of Mirana. It would work nicely on both sides at this point.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Power Rangers would opt for a Mirana. That would mean it'd be a core since they already have 2 supports.
Mm-hmm.
And teams don't really favor a core Mirana anymore.
Yeah.
It's really fallen out of favor. The support Mirana though, lots of teams like that, especially teams like Secret.
It
But
can be
we'll
done by
have to see
Empire
what
side if
pick.
they
I
shift
think
Ogre
it'll
to
be a
somewhere else.
Centaur and a Gyrocopter. Our Power Rangers' last 2 picks. Because I think they want to put the Legion Commander mid against the Mag.
Well, yeah, that would work. Mid against Mag, the big beefy boy. Nope. Wrong. Sorry, FRL.
Wrong.
You're bad.
Team Empire's turn to pick.
Puck off.
Could
It's gonna
still
be a
be puck off lane or mid. I guess they're giving themselves some flexibility based on what Empire are going to pick, as both heroes can be run in the mid and off lane.
Yeah. Certainly so. I miss the good old days of a mid lane
Yeah.
puck personally, but
Well, puck is kind of considered a counter to Magnus, as you can phase shift all of the shockwaves, and it's also really good in
10
team fights.
seconds remaining.
Mag can't really escape a puck because of coil.
Yeah.
You can't skewer
5
away,
seconds remaining.
and the silence is great.
right, that's a bristleback.
Radiant team back.
Bristleback.
Another meaty boy. This is looking similar to what Alliance did when
Yeah.
they had a stronger showing yesterday. They had a
I like the
bristleback
bristleback
core,
pick against these heroes.
and he benefited from that in power as well. But they also had the Wisp on their side, so but he could
10
still get extra
seconds
attack speed from
remaining.
Bloodlust. So I wouldn't put past Empire to make this a core
5 seconds
bristleback,
remaining.
though. Still the offlane option still in the air, and he could just end up residing right there. But it's funny to see them pass on someone
Team
like a Centaur
Empire's
that's still
turn to
there,
ban.
or even a
Yeah.
Tidehunter to just grab for a bristle in the offlane. That's why I always am kind of tickled with the idea of it being a core grab for Empire.
Yeah, I think this is a position 1 bristleback. I'm not entirely sure. I think they wanted a
10
really
seconds
tanky
remaining.
core against Legion Commander,
Mm-hmm.
just so that you don't die
5
during the
seconds
duel.
remaining.
The funny thing with the duel though is that you're eating it in the face, not
Yeah,
the
that's
back.
true.
Boop, boop, boop. So
Reserve
if somehow
time.
Legion Commander does put together a reasonable amount of damage, yeah, he would be able to really eat a lot of it in the face. But you know what I also haven't really noticed all day today, and sometimes he just gets ignored altogether, is Terrorblade.
Yeah, maybe teams have finally decided that the hero's not good after the last round of nerfs. When I read them, I thought the hero was done as far as competitive play. But then we still saw it a couple times, and it was winning. But
Radiant team
the nerfs
pick.
were actually enormous in the most recent patch. I think the incoming damage on illusions is 40% more, and the movement speed was cut by 20 or 30 or something crazy on meta.
Mm-hmm.
So, pretty huge nerfs to Terrorblade. And then they buff Sunder, which doesn't really matter.
Yeah, yeah. But I really like the ban here from Empire, getting rid of Medusa. Medusa looks
10
like it would have been a
seconds
nice pickup
remaining.
here for Power Rangers. She can benefit a lot from the extra attack speed of the Overpower,
5
and Legion
seconds
Commander can kind of
remaining.
get your opponent to face the direction you want to just line up a nice Stone Gaze to follow.
Reserve
I wouldn't have
time.
put it past Power Rangers to have considered that Medusa grab, so I think it
Not
makes
really a
sense for...
Wisp hero, though.
I know, but she still can do a lot with extra attack.
I mean,
speed.
any hero is good with Wisp. In
And
the
he has great
sense that-
sustain, build up that mana that she's
Yeah,
going to be using.
That is true.
So
I would just be worried about if they picked a Medusa, if they would be able to get enough map control, because you can't really set up ganks for a Medusa relocate. That'd be kind of difficult.
Understandable. But we'll see if they
So we'll
fall
most
back on
likely
one of
see,
the...
the Gyro or the Tiny, I think, is what's going to happen.
Nope, wrong again,
And they're gonna
F4L.
go Clinks.
You're bad.
What is going
Team
on?
You're wrong
Empire's
again.
turn to
You don't
pick.
get that.
A Clinks. That's actually shocking to me.
That is, I mean, I agree. I mean, what I
No
think now the
plastic
Wisp
Wisp
is more just going to be buddy-buddy with Legion Commander at this point because it seems a bit
Yeah.
unnecessary to try to stay side by side with
Oh,
that. And
maybe that's
we'll
the
take the
Wisp hero.
gyrocopter.
That's the Wisp hero. You're right.
Yeah.
So
for
they
Legion
went
Commander.
ahead and yeah, the Wisp is for Legion Commander. So they're gonna have a Puck and a Clinks solos, and then the Bane supporting one of them, and then maybe the Legion IO middle. I think is probably likely. The Legion actually benefits a lot from Wisp. You know, the mana regen is really great for spamming your nuke. Your nuke is pretty amazing, and then it's against a melee hero mid, so they should do very well in the mid lane. I didn't actually even consider the Legion Commander Wisp, and then you also have the relocate dual ganks. So
Yeah. I've yet to see it really take off. The first Legion Commander game as well had a Wisp Legion Commander in the hands of
Yeah.
Navi US. They obviously didn't really make a
10
lot out of it,
seconds, 10
they
but
lost,
you could
seconds
right?
remaining.
yeah, they lost. The Legion Commander going 0-10. It was pretty
5
hard.
seconds
and a
But
remaining.
gyrocopter for Empire.
well, I mean, if it was any other team, I'd be surprised. But it's Empire, and Silent loves gyrocopter.
I don't know. It's still surprising to me with these against these heroes. Like against Legion Commander, you don't want to pick such a fragile core. I mean, even when Gyro gets like 3 items, he's just gonna die if he ever gets dueled. Although I will say they do have the disruption, so maybe they're just gonna bank on the disruption to save the gyrocopter.
He's
all
not
game.
sporting our West Virginia BTS
Oh,
set
no.
though, so Silent. I'm not happy about that whatsoever.
Rip
I want
pickup
the
truck.
pickup truck, you know.
That truck
think-
gets me every time.
I think people would rather just have the pickup truck for the set than the actual flying device, you know, which I think I would be the first to
man,
buy
they
it.
need like a pickup courier now.
Hidden
They need
Arcana.
that truck as a courier or something.
Oh, that would be fantastic. But here we go already. Yeah, Wisp and Legion Commander side by side. They're aggressively moving in.
Well,
And
they're gonna be in the offlane.
yeah, and they quickly ward up before even Silent catches a drift as far as what the hell happened. He's sweeping on through here. But we're in it, folks. We're looking to take it home right here. This is game number 6 of 6 today. The 6 best of 1. A matchup between Power Rangers going against Team Empire. Based on their records right now, Power Rangers, they're sitting pretty nice. They're in 3rd place, sporting a 5-3
30
record. Would love to
seconds
kind of
to battle.
secure a spot in the top 4 and move on to the playoffs. And for Team Empire, well, they are sitting at, where are they? Wow, they're a little lower than I was expecting. 2-3 right now. So they definitely need a win to try to at least push themselves up a little bit higher. They have a few more games to progress through, and more wins would make things a lot more secure. Could get themselves into at least tiebreaker territory. Let's go ahead and start off with some introductions. I'll lead off with your Power Ranger squad on your Radiant side. It is going to be
Battle
Cheshire Cat, and I
begins.
think all 3 games he played Legion Commander. So 3rd game straight today, he'll be playing it. Nearby, lingering on the Wisp, we got Mr. Siniko. He's going to be playing as a support. Mid lane, it's going to be Shachklo playing your Puck. These names, I just love them. Bottom lane, it's going to be Ditya, who's playing your Clinks. This guy knows how to do side push and kind of sneak a tower behind your back, and Clinks is one of the heroes that can get it done. So look for him to play kind of that rat style, that split push objective gaming. And by his side, it's going to be J4 playing the Bane.
Yep. And then on the side of Empire, we have Silent playing his gyrocopter. Always want to fly on the Shadow Demon. Solo playing the support Ogre Magi. Resolution on the mid Magnus. And in the offlane, we have Yoki playing the Bristleback.
Yep. They found big success with Yoki's Faceless Void, Solo in that Darkseer, that crazy dual lane in the off lane. Works out
That
so
was
nicely.
Quite the dual lane.
Yeah. This time not getting so funky with their lane matchups, doing a little bit more of a standard kind of a lineup, having Silent building the farm up here, and he has a couple of babysitters nearby who could eventually find an opportunity to move on in. But speaking of moving on in, it's Legion Commanders leading out the front here with the benefit of this Wisp. This is just going to be quite interesting to see that they're going to look to capitalize on this dynamic duo. I'm looking forward to the overcharge, intense dual action that could be coming our way. So we'll see how that works out. Popping up your last hit denies. Touching base here with mid, it's going to be Magnus taking on the Puck. Who, Puck much more elusive, but Magnus very dominating. You're going to see a lot of that where the Shockwave flies out and she just quickly dodges it like it's nothing. No big deal there. 4 and 3 CS for Puck as he's got the null to kind of bring in a bit of extra damage while Magnus is tied or roughly near neck and neck with 5 and 1 CS for him.
Yep. And Power Rangers was able to...
Oh, wow. Fire Blast into Disruption, into the heavy barrage, but not going to be enough to take anyone down. But good overall harassment, does a bit of work, but Wisp is going to be right there to eat a tango and share the wealth with LC.
Yeah, they were able to just disrupt the pulling by Empire, but then Empire was able to pull it back to the big camp over here.
They're just going to make sure Silent has the time of his life. And they get disrupted again. Soul Catcher works. Silent moves in, pulls out the Rocket Barrage. Oh, and the Ignite. Wow, he's brought really low. He's forced to pull out the wand. Oh, man, he goes down. Solo just, I'm an ogre. I don't give a shit about nothing. Moves on in with his 7 armor, and he's going for the ball. Get the hell back here. Nope, he can't catch up, unfortunately. If he had a little bit more mana, maybe he'd be okay. But, man, first blood, it's Empire strikes first.
Cheshire Cat made a bit of a mistake. I think he thought that when he ate that one tree, he was going to be able to get over to the path on the right-hand side. And then after he ate the tree, he's like, oh, I can't get over there. And then he didn't have any more tangos.
Really?
And then he ate another right-click from the ogre. That's really unfortunate. Because he had... Oh, they both have boots, so...
They move quick, but not quick enough to get away from that kind of harassment,
is definitely a fast hero.
Yeah, man, oh man, that's rough. And Wisp has to take the long journey back to base and walk himself all the way back up. So a promising start right now. And Bane goes down to a neutral creep. And I'm just going to investigate and assume that that was just a quick trip back to the fountain and not really...
I'm sure that's what that was.
Yeah, yeah, we're going to give him the credit that was the case.
Let's hope.
Yeah. Well,
don't want to be accidentally dying to neutrals.
Not really easy to see something like that happening on the map too much, so he'll just kind of walk himself back on in. He didn't have really any gold on hand. Puck is still duking it out here with Magnus, but top lane, man, I can't look away too long as LC and Wisp are still pretty confident. They want to be able to contest this side pool, and he needs another disruption, and Soul Catcher is not going to catch on him this time, but the Fire Blast will file. Silent moves on in. Rocket Barrage is not going to come out, but instead just does a little bit of flat cannon damage, and that brings Cheshire Cat pretty low. And with no more regen, he's relying on this Wisp to pull out all of the stops to try to heal him on up. Bane grabs the Haster, and they're going on bottom, it looks like, and oh wow, the big sap does the huge pure damage and takes him down, and it's Ditya who's ended up getting the last hit.
This Wisp is still level 1 in this aggro, or this duel lane. Oh, and then Solo dies to neutrals. Everyone's just dying to neutrals.
That's the express train back to base without having to do the slow walk of shame. So, you know, as long as he bought out.
Better. Yeah. He buys a smoke and a magic wand.
Yep. Nothing too obscure with that one yet. It looks like Resolution back in his mid lane. He's got the bounty rune all bottom up, looking to make it work right now. Still no flying courier, by the way, on the side of Power Rangers. This is a bit lacking right now from their support. It's just this ugly-looking little octopus, kind of cute but kind of derpy thing, just slowly struggling back to base. Oh, there it goes! Hey, up and away we go, boys, as he finally brought in the income to get that courier in the air, which is very important. 2 minutes late, but I guess better late than never. But bottom lane, it's Ditya, who's benefiting from a bit of space right now. 29-7 to match up with his Pucks 29-6, and then Silent right behind. And I missed the back end of that one. I look away from top for 1 second. Cheshire Cat, and you get picked off and make me look bad.
That's okay, I missed that too. But they were able to get another kill under the top lane. If we go ahead and look at mid, it's 32 CS to 21 of Mag. It's surprising. I think Mag does well in CS against Puck, even... But, I mean, Puck's going to have a really easy time, though, because you can't really harass the Puck with the nukes. And then in the bot lane, got 31 CS on the Clinks compared to the 29 of Gyro. But he is against a solo hero, whereas Gyro is against the dual lane.
Ooh, they're trying to contest the rune up here top, but Puck's a hard one to grab down. Jaunts over the left side, and Solo's able to pick up the Invis rune. They see him with the ball right there, but he doesn't have any mana to get anything done anyways, but he does end up popping up a little bit extra mana for himself, because it looks like they maybe shared the bottle, but now he steps on back, and Puck has to retreat back towards that mid lane, taking the long road there. J4 lingering nearby. Does quickly snag up a ward. And we'll go ahead and probably just put that down. So pretty calm gameplay from both sides. Solo is pushing on in. Is he going to put an aggressive ward down? He will.
Silent's close to level 6. What are they going to do in this top lane once he hits level 6? They can just disrupt into call down, into Rocket Barrage, and someone's going to die. There's no living from that at this point in the game.
Well, you've been wrong in the draft. We'll find out.
I mean, this game was pretty
I'm just
weird draft, and
I mean, we
lane
talk about how
choices.
the synergy is mostly going to be between Wisp and LC, but honestly, I wouldn't put it past, just from what we've seen already from Power Rangers today, if they just use Wisp to relocate Clinks behind enemy territory to just kind of
I mean,
quickly burst
Clinks
down
is
a
going
tower.
for a roam to the top lane. 7 minutes or mid, somewhere.
He's all over the place right now.
It looks like they're gonna try to coil resolution mid.
Got a Blade of Attack, but already power treads, so that's an early makings, I'm assuming, of a Crystalish or something, but here we go, Orb flies out, it's not going to catch the mark. Clinks is relatively low mana, and he needs like 5 more seconds before he has Death Pact available if he wanted a bit of extra damage, but...
He's kind of wasting a lot of time mid.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
that's
is.
time where he's not farming, and Silence just picking up farm in the top lane. He's caught up.
He takes the Death Pact here on this neighboring Big Bird creep.
Yeah, they're gonna try again mid.
And they'll try
They
again,
really
yeah.
want this kill.
Alright.
A lot of time invested. They have to make it work.
Well, and Magnus is like, what? Perfect time for a rune, sorry. Well, I'm going to go ahead and scout out what the hell it is down here, and it's a magic DD rune. Fantastic, and that leaves Puck to pick up the bounty rune. And they're not going to pursue anything. Ditya instead is going to rotate all the way up to the top lane, and I'm sure by now Empire's like, where is that Clinks gone?
They have to make something work. with
Oh!
this
Can they
Iron
burst him down
Silence.
before he gets anything off? Wow, they get Silent down very, very quickly. He drops a call down there at the end, but obviously it's not going to come out to anything. And rotations to mid lane, as we've had to see an engagement come out. Resolution has RP ready to go, but no one to really use it on quite yet. Puck is still here, but Puck is always tricky to grab. And now with Wisp nearby, it's going to be that much harder.
I mean, it was definitely a good kill to get on Silent, but I feel like this Clinks is sort of playing a bit risky with these rotations. I mean, if you don't get a kill, this is such time wasted. But he was able to make it work, get a kill on probably the most highly valued target at the moment.
Oh, he eats a unintentional poison here, as Shadow Demon is Stack City right now in these neutrals. It looks like he's got 3 here, and he's got another 3 over there.
That was pretty cute play by the Clinks. He
Radiant's
saw them
middle
stacking,
tower
so he just
is under
walks in
attack.
Blocks it.
and blocks it with himself.
What dedication for him, but he's not getting a whole lot
It
done
looks
yet.
like he's sort of doing like the Envy style, where you just roam. You know, you're almost like a moving ward, and then you output a lot of damage.
Gotta be careful though near mid lane. They have a sentry
Yeah,
down
they have
now,
Sentry mid.
so lots of pings here. But Ditya makes his appearance here. We'll
Yep,
take
and
advantage of this
now-
mid lane, but man, it's pretty much calm right now from both teams. As LC still now finally gets level 6, gets that duel. And we'll see if
Radiant's
he
top
tries to put it right
tower
to
is under
use.
attack.
But we're gonna need a bit more time before Wisp gets his own level 6, and we could see any potential relocate dual ganks or anything like that nature. It's gonna be a little bit.
And
Rover's
I
taking
think-
advantage of mid lane.
Oh.
Solo up a bit right now. Uh-oh. Ooh, man, we got a DD Magnus who's ready to RP. Inspiration Tether gets Wisp out of a potential sticky situation. And they just step on out. But Resolution's not done yet. Seems like he's just itchy to get something done, but... Did I see? Yeah, he's doing
I
call
mean-
down on stacks right now.
There's so many stacks in this jungle.
Yeah, this whole jungle
I think
is
they're
just...
gonna give Resolution this one for his Blink Dagger.
Alright,
Oh,
fair
I
enough.
think
Oh, man. He's getting a big epic battle right now with a couple of tomatoes
Oh.
and a centaur.
Is he gonna go?
Oh, I wish he was taking a bit more damage from those neutrals so we can jump in and make
Radiant's
something
middle
happen, but
tower
that's
is
not going to be
under
so
attack.
easy. He constantly is just moving about, up and through the enemy jungle, giving in
Well,
that bit of intel. But
They are getting a lot of farm on this Bane. I mean, he's up to 37 CS. He's gonna have a Blink Dagger pretty soon, and that's actually a really big item on this Bane.
yeah, it is. I
They
haven't
can
seen a-
set up easy relocate ganks with a
Dyer's
Blink
courier
Fiend script.
has been killed.
Okay, and well, Clinks is lingering nearby and quickly takes out the courier. Doesn't have any sort of
Dyer's
cargo,
middle
but
tower is under
I mean,
kind
he's
of,
just being an absolute nuisance right now.
uh-oh, there's a dust.
Oh,
Ogre can't quite get the vision. Ditya's a little too quick. Can't outrun this Ignite, though. The Ignite's going to slow him down a little bit, and they're
Dust is
getting him to
rough
rotate in.
end.
They want this so bad. Oh, they need a secondary dust, but they got it within the vision of
He's
the
fine.
tower. But he's going to be able to walk away if they don't have extra vision. They
Dyer's
drop an
middle
obs, but
tower
that obs
is
is
under
going to see
attack.
what he's doing, so close.
so much space created right there.
Space created.
Just got like, I mean, 3 of them chased him around for, what was that, 30 seconds, and no kill. I think Power Rangers are perfectly fine with their position right now. I think they made a, oh, the Bane went a Midas.
Whoa! That's a Midas Bane. When was the last time we've seen that, if ever?
I would imagine that's the first time that's ever been made
Dyer's
on that
middle
hero.
I
tower
need some
is
stats,
under
men. I
attack.
know there's plenty of them watching to let me know when the hell we're gonna see a Bane with a Midas. Jesus Christ, J4. Screw
Dyer's
I will
Dutton
say
over
this,
here.
tower
this Wisp
is
is
under
only level
attack.
4 right now, and it's 12 minutes in the game.
Like, I'm glad you have your Midas while I'm busy supporting.
Dyer's structures
They're making
are
a go on top
fortified.
lane, though. They would love to get an RP call down
Dyer's
kind of a
bottom
combo
tower
happening
is
here.
So they're gonna go for the duel.
Oh, they're going duel, but look who's right there. RP catches 2, and it was like it was nothing, but Puck is desperate, wants to get something going. They do manage to take down Silent, but they're, Resolution, they duke it out, and they make it a 3-for-1. Ah, man. Admirable effort, but look who also joined up. It's J4. Gets a nice Fiend's Grip with that defensive disruption at the back end of that one. We'll save him for now, but the sap comes in. J4 does manage to finish him off in the end.
Wisp is gonna save him.
Wisp is going to save him. They can also get Ogre. Oh, Shockwave takes him down pretty low, but Wisp has been healing him in the meantime. And Ogre's, thank God for that extra bit of stats and that 7 armor on his side, because he's going to be able to get away. Man, J4 eats another Shockwave, and he's going to have to be healed up. And quickly on the hunt is going to be Cheshire Cat. Oh, the long ball! Gets it done. So what's that end up being?
3 for 3?
Yeah. They had to work for evening it up, but Power Rangers do manage it.
Dyer's
And
bottom
Finks was
tower
farming the
is
bot
under
lane this whole
attack.
time, and it looks like he's gonna get a tier 1 for free.
This is
Dyer's
just classic
bottom
Ditya
tower
fashion
has
as of
fallen.
recent. Does eat the disruption. Silence there, call down, but yeah, that call down ain't gonna do nothing to a fast moving skeleton walk Clinks. So he just shuffles out of there. Puck's nearby, but has another 17 seconds before Coil's even gonna be up and available. But looking pretty solid right now as Power Rangers, man. It looked like it was going to be a great
Dyer's
turn
top
for
tower is
Empire to get a
under
huge
attack.
fight at the top lane, but Power Rangers are able to get right back in there and
I mean,
grab 3 of their own.
Gyro did win the duel.
Radiant's
got the
bottom
10
tower
free damage.
is under attack.
Big
Dyer's top tower is under
10
attack.
damage to split amongst his flat cannon. Too shabby.
Yeah, it's like a free. How
Blade
much
attack.
gold is 10 damage? It's like 500, isn't it? About.
Yeah. All right. That's a good way of looking at it that I never really thought of before.
Yep.
You know who's been really quiet is Bristleback. I almost forgot he was in the game, but he's getting a lot of attention right now from Ditya, who is unloading on him. But from the back, it's going to take a lot of effort. Man, one more auto attack would have done it right there, but that's
He
not
had
going to get it done.
gotten
And
a crit there, too.
Puck. Ooh, oosh. Oh, uh-oh. Can you get away from this one? He can't. Oh, finally gets shot down on the backhand side. It's Silent who picks up the kill on the pesky little fairy dragon. And Yoki, luckily able to skip out of there while he was doing those stacks at Ancients, which are still there and available. He's been quietly trying to get something done on his own. We haven't seen him engaged in too many of these fights. He has his power treads complete, a stout shield. One of the few heroes that could definitely still go for the Vanguard, because now you could turn it into the benefit of that Crimson Guard, which I guess isn't going to be too shabby. It could benefit anyone who is caught out in a duel, kind of nerfing down that damage quite a bit. I guess
I'm
wouldn't be too
surprised
shabby.
that he only has 20 CS.
Radiant's middle
I
tower
mean, there was
is
a
under
good
attack.
4 minutes when only Bane was bottom. And the Clinks was just roaming around. And this Clinks really wants,
Radiant's middle tower
mess up their
is under
ancient
attack.
stack.
Sneaking in from behind. Yeah, he knows that stack is there. But just continuing to creep on through. Constant moving coming out from Ditya as he does finish out that Crystallis and has nearly 2k gold. So even though
And
he's moving around a
honestly,
lot, he's got
Yeah,
plenty
his
of
farm is good.
Yeah, his farm is real good. Speaking of farm, though, this Bane with his Midas, I'm so curious what the hell he's planning on doing with this.
I mean, I would think he wants a blink or a force staff. I'm not sure. It depends on what he wants to do this game. I think a blink is a bit better so that he can blink Fiend's Grip and set up kills with the dual relocate. We'll just have to see what he ends up doing. So it looks like Empire is going to gather top to try to push this tier 1 tower.
Wisp does have that
Radiant's top
relocate now,
tower is
finally,
under
but
attack.
they might need to consider
Radiant
using it as
structures
a
are
I think they
defensive
can
tool
fight.
here.
They might just push
Dyer's
bottom with the
bottom
Clinks.
tower is under
This
attack.
is what he does, man. You
Radiant's
got an
top
objective, I'll
tower
get one
is
that's
under
even
attack.
better. So he just pushes out this bottom lane.
Man,
And,
Empire is not pushing that fast.
they are going to take this. Tier 1, the glyph was already used. It goes down. It is Silent who picks
Radiant's
it up,
top
though.
tower has fallen.
And he's got a Yasha and the
Dyer's
Ogre
middle
Club. He
tower
might be
is
going right
under
for
attack.
Sanjin Yasha, or that's the early makings of a BKB. And just a reliable Yasha for now.
It's just a Yasha. He always goes casual Yasha on Gyro.
Yeah. What's a gyro without a little
Dyer's
sword?
structures are
Yes.
fortified.
Oh, they might get a kill on the gyro bottom. Is the Bane's going to set up the Fiend's Grip relocate?
That'd be
Dire's
nice.
middle tower
They're also going to
has
get a
been
deny on
denied.
mid lane. It was brought really low, but not enough for Puck to commit and finishing it off. But
Huh.
J4's been parked here for quite a while, and he's not going to catch anyone now. And if Empire do move through the secret shop as a group, they could run into a couple.
Oh, looks like Bane's going to
Oh, they're going to move through smoked. And,
start working on a BKB.
For Bane? Bane,
Yeah.
Bane.
He's
Yep.
got an Ogre Club.
All right, great. You get an early time BKB, and you're going to have a Fiend's Grip that's going to take anyone out of the fight.
Clink's opting for the point.
Oh, they got a sentry. Oh,
Nice.
2 times. Skewer back. He's done for. That was just a quick hit job. They got it done. No problem
That
for
40%
Empire
2x
to
multi
quickly
cast.
take him down.
What a buff that was. It went from 20 to 40.
Man, oh man.
Pretty crazy. And they haven't set up any duels yet since he's gotten the blink or the relocate yet.
Yeah, not much as far as relocates either, which this could happen here from top lane to bottom now because there's an Empire push coming their way.
I think they might actually fight this one.
They got Bane with Fiend's Grip ready to go. Jump in coil does catch on 2. Silence lock in the middle drops his call down, and Cheshire Cat goes right in the meat of it. RP gonna drop, and Cheshire Cat quickly falls just like that. And J4 also moves in, but they're not getting anything out of this. And Empire were just ready
lost
for a
another
fight.
duel.
Oh my goodness. Another lost duel.
Dire's
Did he
top
buy back
I'm
as
not
well?
sure what they were
attack.
expecting from that. He even had disruption still. There was no way he was winning that duel.
Oh my goodness.
And you don't want to just be giving free damage over to a gyrocopter.
And the immediate buyback too. There's nothing he's finding out of this as well. Empire were happy just to take the fight, not push through and take the tower as well if it meant potentially losing others like they did previously. Oh, he goes in the Roach Pit skewers straight up to the north to avoid any sort of incoming chase that was there, which it was. Ditya was on his tail, and that's a bit devastating right now for PR. That was a crucial fight that they would have loved to got a hold of, and it's Empire who make the best of it. Now you got your Ditya Blink. The Blinks is very much real right now.
Nicely.
And I feel like at this point they have to just split push and try to find solo
Dire's
kills.
bottom tower is under
They're not
attack.
finding success in these team fights. Empire has too much AoE magic damage along with the single target damage of Ogre right now in the team fights. You know, they need BKBs to deal with the call down and the Ogre. And also the Mag nukes even.
Rough stuff. So LC yet to even win one of her own duels.
Yep.
Right now has been handing over free damage. Another damage.
And this
brought in
hero
this-
doesn't really do much if you don't win. You really need to secure the early duels on this hero.
I agree. That BKB is now complete on silent. This is big grab. They
But
do scouts
Empire
enough,
Empire have been doing a really good job of not getting caught out. I mean, there's so much to get caught out by. There's the Clinks always scouting, invisible, relocate, the Bane Fiend's Grip, the Puck Coil even. But they've done a good job of sitting in 5 or having the Shadow Demon
Dire's
behind
top
and not
tower is
overextending
under
in their
attack.
farming patterns.
Dire's structures are fortified.
So
And Ogre's going right for an Agnum Scepter, and he's going to also TP top lane where they
Dire's
get
top
the
tower
tower
has
does fall
fallen.
here to the hand of Clinks.
that's a lot of TPs for nothing.
They come in a
Dire's
lot,
middle tower
or not
is
to get a
under
hold of
attack.
anyone. Magnus does have his Blink RP. Oh, the smoke,
Oh, they
and
just
the smoke
smoked.
is gone. Clinks says, haha, I got you. Do they have a dust to quick pop? They don't. The
Oh,
dust
they're
is now in
actually
the
gonna get
stash.
silent this time.
Oh man, Silent on the back line. They don't get it in time. He finally wins a duel. Jump in RP. But that coil return catches on 3. Shotchglow gets it done on the Puck. And now Solo gets locked in the corner and taken down. The Ogre will fall and always want to fly desperate. Try to get out, juke through the trees to get away from this one, but Ditka is right there to greet him. They do end up falling. Here's Bristleback moving on now. He's getting much closer to his Crimson Guard, but desperately needs the tank up from this additional harassment coming out. The Quills keep flying out right now. Puck is actually pretty low, but eventually they do catch up and take him down. And it's Power Rangers who strike back in the back of a Megazord, I guess you could say, as they take down 4. Only Magnus to live at the end of that one.
Empire just got a
Dire's
little
top
bit out
tower
of
is under
position.
attack.
Silent was just a little
Radiant's
bit too
bottom
far away
tower
from
is
his
under
team in
attack.
the Shadow Demon, and then he gets dueled. And then I thought that fight might be okay for Empire. But then, once Resolution went in for the Force Staff Blink into RP, and Clinks instantly blinked away. So they only RP'd the Wisp. I thought that actually was going to be a good fight for Empire.
Yeah, it looked like a big RP. I was getting all hyped up as I was going to...
So it
Say
only
that
got
most of
one.
PR got caught out, but
Blinked away. Great play
blink
by him.
out, puck probably, you know, elusive as ever, and they just fire right back and get a great coil down. PR. Showing that they're not going to get taken out so easily after that engagement on bottom. And now it's evened up as far as kills 10 to 10.
And they're up 5,000 gold now.
Yeah, they were up almost near that point previously. Then the fight happened on bottom, almost brought it back to even, but that puts it right back in favor of PR.
Yeah, it looks like Yoki's going to work on this Crimson Guard. Should be good.
Yep, he's close. He's got the recipe away, and he'll be able to bring in the extra utility for his team with that. And,
This Bane
G4
is actually so farmed.
Yeah, he's about to have his BKB. It's just a recipe away if it's not already on the courier. Uh-oh. Skirmish right now breaking out by the Roche Pit. We have a couple of Empire members inside, but the Blink, oh, did he pull it? He did. Oh, a whiff Blink, not going to catch. A quick jump over, and the skewer misses. The boys on tilt. Now moving on in, LC clears out the Shadow Demon with an easy duel, and Silent might be caught out. He pops his BKB, but he's very low on life. They do end up taking down the Bane. The coil catches him in their place, but here we go. We're going to move on in. A very low Empire squad might be caught out now. Magnus falls. They quickly use up the Ogre. Silent makes his escape, but the rest of his team might not be too lucky here. Oh, the orb will miss. One more right click. They got it. Shotchglow with a double kill
And
on
they got
that
a
puck.
gem, too. Oh, Resolution missed all of his spells in that fight.
Oof. They
He
jump
missed the
over,
RP
and
the skewer.
they were thinking about making it go on Bristle. And that's unfortunate for Magnus, as he thought he had a good setup
Dyer's
happening
middle
right there,
And
but
is
he
under
lost the
attack.
gem, too.
oh boy, oh boy.
So a huge turn of events for Power Rangers. Not only do they win the fight, but they get the
Dire's
gem.
bottom tower is under attack.
Silent luckily does make it out though. Just a little bit of life to his name. Has about 1,800 gold, but you put that in comparison to
I'm
side
so
of
worried
PR.
about Gyro as a hero this game, just because I feel like Legion Commander deals with Gyro so well. And it's especially hard. Like, when does he pop his BKB? He has to pop it so early because he doesn't want to get caught out by any of these spells. I mean, they all go through BKB, but then, you know, you have to pop it before just because you don't want the residual magic damage going through. But, I mean, he's going to have a really rough time knowing when to pop his BKB this game.
absolutely. And it looks like Clinks is going right for the Daedalus here. With that extra bit of right-click damage. He's been doing a great job today already.
they
Dishing
have
huge
the-
damage to towers.
The Puck and Legion Commander are smoked in Empire's jungle.
Radiant's bottom tower
Alright,
is
that's-
under attack.
Put out the Bloodhounds. See if they can
Think-
catch anyone out, but no one's going to be nearby. It's Empire who already congregated themselves towards
Are
this
they gonna
bottom
smoke?
lane. I'm looking. Anyone got some purple stuff? No?
They do.
They do. There it
So
is.
does-
Let's blaze it up, boys.
So both teams are
Radiant's
smoked.
bottom tower
Yeah,
is
but
under
they're not
attack.
near
I mean,
anything.
Empire have to know something's up. This Bane is just farming mid lane beyond the tower. And it looks like Power Rangers are going to draw on the map where Empire is.
Yep. They circled their own
Dire's
side.
middle tower is under
And
attack.
that
Radiant's
allows
bottom
Ditya to
tower
open up on
has
this tier 2
fallen.
tower, and that is going to force Empire to quickly rush back. And Bane is going to be caught out here, hopefully, so he might be the sacrificial lamb. Oh, it puts foot to the high ground. Whoops. Oh, the Force Staff sends Resolution up, but Bane might make his way out of this one. They're pursuing so hard, they get caught in a coil. And Shachko moves in, dual catches on Silent, and Clinks is getting ready to come on in and unload from the low ground. So two do fire back. The call down does huge damage. Empire.
Dire's middle tower
I
is
guess you
under
could say they
attack.
strike back as they end up coming out on top. 2 for 1 right there for now. Shachko narrowly slips out from that one. And that got a little too hairy for Empire, but it
Dire's
doesn't look like they're
middle
done yet.
tower
They're
is
looking to
under
pursue and
attack.
get a hold of this Puck, who does move all the way down through the trees. Skewer goes in. Very hungry Resolution. Can't quite get a hold of that Fairy Dragon.
Dire's
He
top
goes
tower
down. Meanwhile,
is
top
under
lane, there's
attack.
Ditya doing what Ditya does. And that's farming up
Oh,
towers
another
on the
tower.
side in the
Dire's
meantime.
top tower has fallen.
And this Clinks is just doing work. I feel like Power Rangers got a bit optimistic there with their team fighting. I think, you know, Bane created a bunch of space. They got the tower. I think you just walk away at that point. You know, they're all chasing Bane over here. You just,
Yeah, that was awkward.
I think they could have just walked away. And they would have been happy with that trade, too.
Yeah.
They got a tier 2 tower for a Bane. And a smoke.
They felt pretty good. They felt like they overextended, and the coil was dropped. It was a pretty good coil, but oh, relocate in. They want to get a hold of him. Can they bring a duel out? I want to see a fight. We got a duel, boys. take out Bristleback like it was nothing. And now what started as no damage at all for LC, he's got 42. So gets sent back bottom, and the damage is slowly coming in for LC.
The Yule's pickup on Puck is really smart this game.
Oh yeah.
He can, if he finds someone in the jungle, he can just Yule's them for an easy relocate instead of having to expend the coil.
Not even just like her, you got the sleep from Bane. If somehow he runs into someone.
It's a lot safer for Puck to do it.
Yeah, of course.
So
I'm just saying if Bane gets caught out. You never know. Good duration there.
We could see like solo Bane smokes, like trying to find people for grips. That's one
Empire,
way people use.
D-ward bottom, and I think PR knows something's fishy here. They just move into the Roche pit after seeing that D-ward. Resolution has an RP here, but he's not going to bother waiting on the outside. He's going to hang in the pit. Nope, just as I say that, he will end up waiting on the outside, which is probably better positioning. Orb flies through. They're not going to jump in, though. It's getting a bit hairy. Always want to fly. Wow, huge damage on him. Self-destruction saves him for now. Bane moves in with his BKB and grabs a hold of Silent and locks him in place with his Fiend's Grip. They have to desperately try to hold him down. But waiting still. Magnus actually gets taken down on the right-hand side, but firing back on the back of a Crimson Guard is Empire. But here comes Cheshire Cat, moves in, gets a nice double kill, and Shashklo as well, hand in hand. Here comes Wisp. They're going to lock Bristle in his place. Ogre has to buy back at this point because it looks like Yoki was the only lone survivor right now to try to get away from this one. And he's still moving up to the high ground. Here comes Solo. Solo jumps in, gets a bit Fire Blast. No RNG for him on that one, but they're not even going to get deterred with this Ogre. In fact, they don't want to overcommit. They see the buyback also coming out from Resolution, who does get his RP off. Grabs Cheshire Cat, brings him right back up to the high ground. They're going to right-click it home right here. Oh, my God. They can't get the relocate, unfortunately. And now Wisp is going to come back to his ultimate doom.
Cooldown? What happened there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Tether must have been on cooldown.
It had to have been. I didn't even see the tether come out. Not even for a hot second.
No, he didn't use the tether. I'm not sure if he misclicked or...
Could have been by a second.
If he just didn't, if it was on cooldown.
Roshan
Man, oh
has
man.
fallen
You
to
get the
the
rush
down.
now.
Unfortunate
That was
turn
huge
for
for
Power
them.
Rangers, man.
No, I was going to say that their first Roche attempt seemed kind of desperate because you just dewarded Roshan and then you walk in against a team that has been successful in fighting you. I mean, they also have really good tools to fight around Roche. They can just coil you, walk around, cast orbs,
Dire's
make you
bottom
take damage
tower
from
has
Roshan.
been
And they just
denied.
tanked way too much damage from Roshan. But, you know, a couple buybacks and then they were able to secure 2 kills on the Roche. So I think that ends up being perfectly fine for them. Oh, God.
OLC and Silent see each other. Cheshire Cat does decide to jump in, gets a duel off. This isn't going to be an immediate duel he wins, but he's just locking in place for now. There's no relocate to follow. Instead, it's just Wisp running on in. And they're trying to hunt him down. Oh, hey, how's it going there? I'm going to go ahead and pull out the Fiend's Grip, and Silent falls, man. No one nearby to help out. Just gets caught out like that.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about with this Gyro versus LC. I mean, any time that LC finds you and you're a solo agility carry, life is getting pretty rough.
Yeah. That Blade Mail certainly doesn't help either for Gyro, as she just pops it out, and the big damage he'll be dishing out will be blowing right back up in his face.
I mean, at least he was able, he got the BKB off before, so the Blade Mail wasn't doing anything, but still.
BKB
I mean,
used in a death.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. He does have his Eagle Song now, and 1k in reserve even after that death, but gotta remember, Clinks is also continuing to farm up. He's got 3.3k, but looking to move
They're
on
gonna
through.
find
And
him.
smoke is popped. They're gonna have to try to quickly get a hold of Dig. Oh no! Quick reaction from Blinks, as he does manage to make it out in Resolution. Unfortunately, will not get the RP there in time, and they waddle back with their heads down in shame from that one.
I don't necessarily blame him for trying to use the RP because
Yeah.
they didn't have any detection. They've, like,
Yeah.
so even if they put damage on him, he's just gonna invis away. So they had to get an instant stun. Unfortunately,
Quick
Teal
reaction.
had some quick fingers. I wonder what his next item's gonna be. Is it gonna be a BKB?
Call down on Cheshire Cat, who pops his Blade Mail inside it, and now they lock him down. This forces him to pop out his own BKB, but look who it is lingering outside. It's Ditya. Ditya, though, might be under pressure. Resolution gets his own redemption for the missed RP earlier and takes him down. And your Saint Yasha is also going to be complete on your Bristleback. And now Bane He does a Fiend's Grip on Bristle while popping his BKB, and it looks like the troops are coming in after Resolution, and he gets the winner with the help of the Wisp right there, but Wisp is not going to be lucky to get away from this one. He does go down, trying to TP away from that one, but looks like it ends up being a 2 for 2 for now. LC going to be able to TP away, not like Bristle's going to be able to stop her, and she heads right back to the bottom lane. And it's just a 2-2 when it's all said and done, though they do take down the Clinks. But I guess also Legion Commander benefits from another duel victory, puts her up to 60 bonus damage.
I'd say that's favorable for Empire, and considering the current situation, I think anytime they can trade 1 for 1, they'll be happy. And I feel like Empire's they're no slouches in the late game in this game. You know, they have the Magnus RP, the Gyro with the late game. I think their late game is pretty secured as far as if they can get there, they have a good chance of winning.
It's anyone's game, but from what I've seen today, though, someone like Ditya Ra knows how to certainly find objectives on the side.
I mean, he's got 4,000 gold right now. What is he going to buy? He could buy a full BKB if he wanted to.
BKB if he wants to be a part of the action. He wants to deal.
Desolator.
Yeah, he wants more right click. He wants to be able to really take it to these towers. I mean, I wouldn't put it past PR that if they need to go into a plan B where they just kind of put Clinks and Wisps together to just take down structures, they can do it. They've done it before, twice already today. I just wouldn't be surprised if I saw it again.
Yep.
And that could put Empire in a bit of a bind because then they have to fear not being able to overextend, especially if they don't have the mobility to get back into base as easy as PR does.
They don't have as good of pickoff as PR has, so if they start getting split pushed by this Clinks, they might run into a bit of problems. And he's gonna take buildings so fast if he gets to them.
And oh man, Bane, I would imagine he's saving up for a Blink Dagger now. Would love to have it right here. He wants to quickly move in. Come here! Come here, Ogre! They relocate as well, and that Blink will be able to catch him. Here's a duel that's going to break out, and Solo will not be able to put up his own defense in the middle of that heated fight. And it will be Cheshire Cat who benefits from another swift victory. Plus 78 bonus damage for the Legion Commander now on the side of PR. Ditya has been roaming through the jungles. Oh, Sentry will drop right there. He's not going to move anywhere near that. Actually pings it out. So knows that that's going to be territory he can't quite cross. And will take himself back towards the mid lane.
Yep. And looks like I'm not even going to try.
Oh.
The Puck is going to be building a Hex. I think he might pick it up right now. Is he going to sell his bottle?
It's okay to drop the bottle, my friend.
I think he's just going to wait for the gold.
Sometimes you just got to live that kind of a life.
Nope, he's just waiting.
He got it.
I think he wants the bottle in base so that when he goes to base, he regens faster.
Fair enough. Some of us, I guess, just need to continue to hit the bottle to just kind of make it day by day, and Joshua is going to be one of them on the Puck. So holds on to it, gets the Hex. The extra CC certainly would help.
So Butterfly completed now on Silence. So he's going to be a lot harder to kill in this next team fight.
Yeah, without the MKB purchase, as Ditya invested in the Desolator. You know, I wouldn't put it past him to go for one next. They ping out the area. They see the back end of him move through because of this Observer Ward, but he just shifts right to the bottom instead. And this is one of those things where Empire are like, okay, well, we can go for mid and take a tier 1, but Clinks is going to be in your base quicker than you can imagine. And he's going to be doing quick and heavy damage, and PR are going to lock you down and prevent you from getting away with a sleep, with a duel, or what have you. And they need to really get the tower quick and get back.
Yeah, they're going to have to all TP now.
Yeah, they do. Leading at the front's Resolution is going to be right there to greet him.
It looks like they want to try to go on mid now that Mag TP'd away.
Oh, he's creeping through. Oh, always want to fly. It was nice knowing that. Always want to fly away. Back to heaven.
Oh, and Silent finishes an S and Y.
That came out of nowhere.
You know, it's not such a bad item. He probably wants the string. I imagine it's just for the upcoming team fight.
Uh-oh, RP catches Cheshire Cat, pushes him all the way back, and now he's stuck between him and 4 others, and he gets taken down immediately. It's not like Wisp was nearby to save him with a relocate, unfortunately, so it looks like a bit of an overextension from your Legion Commander and allows Resolution to open up on you, so they do get the very prized secondary core on the side of PR.
I think ideally Gyro wants a Satanic.
Yeah.
But I think he was just concerned that maybe he doesn't get to the HP component fast enough, so he's just gonna go ahead and finish the Saint Yasha for some
He
additional
does
life.
scary damage with that Empower from Mag. Uh-oh, relocate. Look who's back. It's going to be Oh, boom! Oh, man, the Yules. Wait. From their own team? I don't know. That was interesting.
That
How'd
was
they get-
a bit of a weird release.
That
but
was weird. Uh-oh, Ditya gets a multi, and Bristle's running on through, but they don't have detection. Plus the sleep is going to slow their roll, and PR make out with a great assassination hit job right there, taking out Silent. He was doing huge damage. Yeah, but like you said,
And you know-
a bit awkward with the Yules.
We were
did it.
talking earlier about how little farm Yoki had. He's getting pretty scary. I mean, he's about to finish in Assault Cuirass.
Yeah. He was like lingering at almost completing a Crimson Guard, and then the Saint Yasha pretty much just came out of left field. And now he almost has that AC. It's getting a bit
He's getting pretty
ridiculous.
farmed. I mean, with this Empower, too.
Yeah, like shades of Alliance game from yesterday, and the hands of Loda, who showed that even a Bristle can be a real late gamer. With damage
I'm
as
not
well.
sure Power Rangers want to take this super late.
I mean, it can be done if they do pull out the duel on Bristle. Clinks can open up right in his face, you know, since he's going to be forced in a position in the duel. It's not going to be too shabby,
Yeah.
but they also
Look-
could just ignore the Bristle altogether and just go
Since
for
his
objective
items aren't
gaming.
really team fight focused.
Ooh, they go right in. They're going to just use the overcharge
Oh,
power
they're
and
gonna
Clinks
kill
to take out Roche
so
very
fast.
quickly. Very, very quickly. Roche, he didn't even stand a chance. Just goes down like that.
Roshan
Now
has
Ditya
fallen
can be
to
even
great
more
prestige.
cocky with his play.
Yep. And Resolution's really far. I mean, he's not even close to a BKB or a Refresher Orb if you wanted either of those items.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he really needs a BKB this game. They have a Hex, a Yules, Puck Silence, Coil. So many ways to disrupt him this game. Even the Sleep and the Fiend's Grip, too.
Empire now are really grasping at straws as far as what they're going to do with their farm, because they're being herded back into their own base. You see them all congregated inside. They have to know of PR and what kind of game plan they typically like to run is really if you leave any sort of opening inside your side lanes, Clinks is going to be right there to creep on in and get those structures down very quickly. He now scores 4.5k gold on top of that newly picked up Aegis. If he wants to move on to the MKB to be able to burst through the butterfly of the gyrocopter, so be it. Or if he finally wants to opt for maybe something like a BKB, he could always do that. But he's already creeping on the bottom. They ping it out, and they are quickly on the rush back. Clinks is going in. Clinks has an Aegis, so if he expends a lot for this, you know, he'll have a secondary life. He's running through Skeleton Walk, but he has the gem. He scouts it out, but from behind, a coil does lock the others in place, 3 of them. And now Shachko might be in a bit of trouble. Ditya, the call down as everything is expended to take down his first life, but jumping in, Bane grabs a hold of Silent, but he's going to get right-clicked down immediately from Bristleback. Clinks is now back, and he might be caught out just like that, and that's it. PR get blown up in that fight. I think they grossly underestimated how strong Empire can be on a good counter initiation.
Yep. And that's just the power of 2 cores with Empower.
Man, oh man. The damage is just huge. It's huge on Gyro, but it's even getting that much bigger on Bristle.
Huge it is on Bristle. I
Yeah.
mean, this Bane used to get full duration Fiend's Grips off. Now he has to be a lot more careful with his positioning. He can't just be in the middle of the team fight anymore. He's just going to
Radiant's
die in
bottom
3
tower
attacks from
is
this
under
Bristle
attack.
back.
This just shows that PR are going to really need to consider Plan B now. I mean, you already see Shotgo on the top. Might be caught out here. Nice time of the skewer, sends him back. Is he going to pull out the RP for this one? He's faking it. Nope.
Radiant's
Quickly
bottom
blinks
tower
away.
has fallen.
Shoots up to the high ground. They'll know he's there. Blinks in. Ah, I got you with the RP this time, you. They take down Shotgo. Oh, man. But it just goes to show that PR are going to have to start considering a strong split push game at this point because team fights are going to be slowly falling out of their hands.
Yeah, I don't think they can team fight anymore. They sort of like... They lost their timing where they could team fight.
Yeah.
And I really think that this Clink should have opted for a BKB at some point. Because he's just getting destroyed in these team fights. I mean, yes, he does so much damage if he's allowed to attack, but
He's a
Empire aren't letting him attack anymore. They're just saving Ogre stuns. I mean, Ogre has an Aghanims now, so he has 2 Fire Blasts.
Yeah, no, he could kill Clinks on his
Yeah.
own. Easy. With the
I mean,
the
if
right
he
RNG.
gets- Yeah. If he gets like a 3x, maybe 2 3x's, I think the Clinks might just die.
I don't know. He's either going to have to invest finally in a BKB and be a real
He
part in these team
definitely needs
fights,
a
or
BKB.
even go crazier with the damage and try to rat himself into victory.
I mean, I guess that is an option if they just decide to never take team fights. But I think at some point you have to take a team fight.
This team is the only team I would say that the rat tactic is pretty plausible for them, just because the recent match history for them. But I agree. I mean, if they want to fight, though, he's going to need more muscle. He's pretty flimsy as it is. You can't just rely on a death pack to try to get you a little more durability. He's going to need a whole lot more than that.
Yep.
And
And we've got, wow, 4,000 gold on Yoki. And if you look at the net worth, Empire have the 2 highest net worths now.
nope, not
Okay.
anymore. You're wrong again, F4L. It's Clinks.
I like how right as I say it, it changes.
Yeah. Uh-oh, top lane. Yule's on a little piggy. And Silent's just going to kind of force Fairy Dragon to scurry away. I don't think you're going to be able to come in on that. He's going for a Satanic next. He's got the Helm of the Dominator already available on 3.6k. Obviously going to reserve a bit of that for buyback just in case, but look who's
He's
creeping
going
in
for
from
the
behind.
Satanic.
Ditya sees a solo Ogre.
Radiant's middle tower
Wants to see if
is
maybe he
under
can take him
attack.
down.
He's going for a Demon Edge. This guy is just all in on the damage.
I'm telling you, dude. He's just like
Radiant's middle
objective
tower
gaming.
has
That's how you win
fallen.
Dota. Whoa!
He's like, what is team fight?
Radiant's middle tower
Dota's a
is
game of
under
objectives,
attack.
not necessarily kills and winning team fights. And he wants to take towers. Hopefully he gets good positioning where he can lay out the right clicks. Oh, see? All it takes is one sheep. Resolution, huge, huge damage. They do take him down, but
Radiant's
oh!
middle tower is
Quick
under
blink.
attack.
He gets away. LC gonna have to be so lucky.
multis.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. There's a Fiend's Grip. Catches on Yoki, but Yoki's pretty big. Gonna be put to sleep now. And the call down fly is not going to do a whole lot. They take down the LC the first time, and J4 also going to be bursted down next under the wrath of the Fire Blast. And now Wisp trying to get away from this one. Ditya is trying to attack in from behind, trying to take out the pesky support, but that's not going to be enough. You can take out supports, you can take out Magnus, but your Gyrocopter and Bristleback are going to be living on and dealing huge amounts of damage in these fights. And
You can just see the limited effectiveness of the Sphinx with no BKB. Sure, he kills the mag extremely fast, but after the mag died, the Clinks was just walking around the fight. Because he can't go in. If he gets hit by one stun,
wants that kill so bad.
he knows
he's
though if he
following
gets
him.
hit by a stun, he's dead.
Ha ha ha! Got him! LC distracting from the front. Admirable effort here, but whoa! Quick save going to come out from the Wisp. Meanwhile, oh, Silent goes down. Ditya gets huge damage from those trees, but they do catch him with the one stun. Man, he is just a hitman on these sidelines right now.
This is actually really funny to watch.
Oh man, are they considering pursuing? They are. They jump on forward right now. And Solo's going to fall. Oh, Fire Blast not going to get the multi this time. He even gets Ghost Sceptered. And, well, they do manage to catch him out. Meanwhile, up and above, they get a duel off, and they take down Silent. Now only Magnus alive. Yule's
Oh, no,
up, and they're going to
Resolution's
finish
gonna
him
fall.
off. Oh, man.
Wow.
Wow.
So Ditka just showing me wrong all game. Able to put out all the damage. and
I'm
not
telling
get
you,
caught.
man, this is game number 3 of Ditka's performance
he's
as a
basically just-
all-in player.
The blink dagger. I mean, it is so risky to play like this, but he's making
This is a
it
man who
work.
lives on the edge.
Dire's top
He's
I
looking
mean,
to
if
make
he
it
gets
work.
hit by one multicast, the game could just end. Especially because he didn't have buyback during the start of last fight.
Man, he pulls away now. He doesn't have a whole lot of extra mana to work with. Wisp is there. Jump in J4. BKB's popped. He's got the Fiend's Grip. He doesn't have to pull it out there. He pulls it out instead on Resolution. Silent died, and he has no buyback for 100 seconds. Bristleback has 25 more seconds. They clear out Magnus. They get another duel victory on top of it.
Oh, and with the
All of them are
Clinks
dead. This is going to be a dead Rax here at the top lane. And Bristle and Ogre are going to be the only two to stand and try to defend. And doing that against now Power Rangers who are all alive. Unbelievable.
I mean, that just could be just 3 racks now.
This is ridiculous. This is 3 games straight for Power Rangers where they just kind of go all in
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
and they just take down 2 racks like it's nothing. Ogre's the only one alive. Bristle's finally making his way in, but they're just like, forget it, Bristle. We don't care about you. We'll put you to sleep or something. We'll take out the Ogre. Oh, 2 times, 4 times. Doing work on J4. That doesn't matter. It's already Megas. There's all your damage from Clinks. That's it. Wow. And now they make him face first, and they finish him off. That's got to be game. Wow, oh wow, Power Rangers, man. They look damn good. They play a risky game, but it works. It pays off today. Risky. They go 3-0.
I mean, there were times in this game where the Clinks has like 1,000 base life against an Ogre, a Mag, a Gyro, and a Bristleback. And he just finds a way to make it work. You know, I guess if you never get caught out by spells, and you have a Blink Dagger, you can just YOLO 3 damage items.
That quick wit, great positioning, and you have to also give credit to the rest of the PR team. They just constantly kept Empire on their toes, and while they were busy getting caught out in duels and Fiend's grips, Clinks was just constantly lingering around the shadows, dishing out huge amounts of damage, and they were just crumbling so quick, even with all that tanky beefiness that looked like Empire had. And there was a moment where we're like, okay, well, they clearly have the best team fight. They're going to be taking this one, but man, PR again, 3 times today. They just wreck. Man, they look good. Man, oh man.
I really like Ditka's play this game. I mean, it was really fun to watch because if he gets caught out by one spell, he just has to have perfect positioning and really good blink usage. And he showed that, I guess, you can just, I don't know, just outplay them, I would say. I mean, there's not really anything else to say.
Yeah. I would definitely say that Ditka's been the MVP of today's games, and it was a wealth of games we made it through. We're all done now. We made it through 6 European games here for the Summit 2 by G2A.com. It was absolutely a blast. If you enjoyed what you heard, catch me over on my Twitter, Coddle Guy. My dapper co-caster here is F4L. Catch him over on his Twitter, at F4L. It was an absolute pleasure to bring you the action. The Summit 2 will be back for more gameplay action. I want to say possibly later tonight we will have... Nope, China completed yesterday. We're actually getting on the back end here of the Summit 2. We'll start finding out who makes it into the playoffs momentarily. I think tomorrow there will be no Summit 2 action, but a lot of Synergy League action. And then we'll be back the day after, and I believe I'll be getting right back into the American region, which you yourself are still participating in. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Looking forward to that. But thank you so much, my friend F4L. It's been a pleasure having you.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And Ryu Boris, if he's still in the house, thank you for joining me for the first 3 games. Thank you for everyone for coming by and watching. We do appreciate your time, and we'll be back next time. Thank you so much. Look out for the VODs if you want to catch the action once more. We'll be back next time. Take care.